It may look like a back-to-front bird box, but this is how you study dormice. Living high in the trees, they scamper down the trunks and into the boxes to nest. And if you put up a lot of boxes, sooner or later you'll catch your dormouse.
Here he is.
Why's he get in a bag?
So that we can get his weight, sex, and see if it's got a number on it without the chance of him getting away.
So they can be identified. Around 150 of the dormice here have been implanted with these specially made microchips. A bit nicer than the alternative old-fashioned way of identifying the animals, which was to nip the end off one of the toes. Dormice are a protected species, so you need a licence to handle them, like my guide today, Roger Trout. He knows there's enough air in that plastic bag for this tiny animal.
The colour suggests that it's a youngster.
So that's why he's not been chipped?
When he's chipped and we get him in 3 or 4 years' time, we actually know for sure when he was born.
Conventional wisdom says dormice live in oak trees and feed on hazel. But the research in the Wyre Forest shows for the first time that they can and do scratch a living amongst the conifers, which poses a problem for the Forestry Commission.
Because they're a protected species, we have to manage the forest very carefully so that we don't eliminate their populations as we withdraw the conifers. And so my job has been to try to find alternative ways in which we can try and meet those two aspirations.
So, as we move into autumn, what are the dormice up to?
All of the dormice will be spending their time trying to fatten up on berries, seeds, insects, and then they will hibernate sometime in early November, even December, depending on what the autumn does.
But that takes time, and these dormice, probably the second brood the mother has had this year, just don't have enough.
Unless they can get an awful lot of food before the end of October, you're looking at ones that probably aren't going to survive the winter.
It's a tragedy for this tiny family, but when it comes to the big picture, this work is good news. It means we can remove the pine trees planted in the 70s and replant traditional English oaks, and all without the dormice disappearing.